Wednesday, friends, and welcome to our Wednesday night dip party. I am, as always, so excited to be here. I'm running a few minutes late because I legit, like 2 seconds ago, finished up this week's manicure. I had to make a game time decision, to be honest with you. I chose a base color for my nail art that wasn't flying. So then it was just like a whole host of things, but we're on track. We're ready to go. So this is the look that we're going to be creating tonight. I did see this on Pinterest. You guys have probably seen this look floating around if you are on Pinterest. I've been in love for a while. I've been sitting and waiting to do this manicure for quite a bit. I'm not usually like a big yellow nails person, but I'm in love with this design. I absolutely love it. So I had to do it tonight. So just so you guys can see, oh, I got a little dippy do there. Hello, Isabel. It's great to see you. Hello, Kristen. I just saw you pop in. Hello, friends. So yeah, I have been spending, oh, my hair is something else. I had like a quick shower. I ran to the office, but I'm here, so it's good. It's been a lot of gardening in the last week or so. So I've been like really inspired by the florals. So I was like, I really need a floral manicure. So hence tonight. Hello, Kay. It's great to see you. And then yellow is always fun. Again, I can't say that I'm really like a yellow manicure person. I normally would not think to put yellow on my nails, but I saw this look on Pinterest. I've had it on the back burner for the last couple of weeks waiting to try it, but this week was the week. So you won, Kristen? Oh my gosh, that is amazing. 50 dip powders and a nail studio station. Congratulations. That is so exciting. You'll have to let me know what you get in your haul. That is so awesome. Hello, Heather. It's good to see you. Well, I didn't realize I was in such good company tonight, Kristen, with someone so lucky. Maybe you could send some of that luck my way around with the crew. Amazing. All right, friends, so again, this is the look that we're doing. So we're going to be doing gel floral nail art. Again, this is totally a Pinterest-inspired look. I did not come up with this. I saw it on Pinterest, and I was like, I got to recreate it. So, oh my gosh, you're going to be swatching forever with those, Kristen. Good luck to you. All right, let's roll through all the products that we're going to be using this evening, and then we'll start getting into it. So the yellow color that we're using is actually by Virgo and Gem, one of my favorites. You know how they have my heart. The color is Off to the Gold Coast. So it's like a little bit more of like a golden yellow, not like a bright in your face yellow. So we're going to be using that. And then for the base of the daisies, we're going to be using Castle of the Woods by West Coast Dips. You can use any neutral that goes with your skin tone. This one is like my neutral that I have found. So when you find your neutral, stick with it. But that's what you're going to want to use as your base for this color. And then to actually create the daisies, I am using my Beetles gel liner kit. So I'm using these little babies here, which are so good to me. I love these things. So we're going to be using those. And then for liquids, we're going to be using the Tender Dip liquids tonight because I wanted to use those again. Really like them from last week. I do have a dip liquid review. I'm just finishing editing, so I'm going to get that posted for you guys tomorrow. It's going to be all good things. This is a great kit. So, I mean, I've got nothing bad to say other than the rogue brush, which I'm not certain is my fault at this point. But the liquids themselves were great. They withstood over the weekend. I was doing gardening, and I was really happy with the wear of these. So, overall, 2 thumbs up. Cool. Well, Kristen, it is your day, and I hope that you enjoy reveling in your Revel win, because that is awesome, and you deserve that. So that is great. All right, friends, let's get into it. So first thing we're going to do is dip all of our nails. We're going to activate, we're going to buff. I'm going to top coat all the yellow nails with our regular dip liquids, and then we're going to get into the gel nail art at the end, because you guys know I like working with a smooth surface, so we're going to be doing that. So let's get into it. I'm going to get my toothpick here, who hopefully will not be stabbing me in the back this week. Literally, because that was brutal last week. Let me get some of my crap out of here, because I have swatches. It was a whole rigmarole trying to get this manicure together today, let me tell you. Okay, let me put these away. I like to have like not too many things laying around when I'm doing this. So, all right. Let's get into it. So we're going to grab our yellow, we're going to grab our base, So again, we're using Off the Gold Coast by Virgo and Gem. That is our yellow. And then our neutral base is Castle of the Woods by West Coast Tips. So grabbing our base coat, like I said, we're going to use Tender Dip again tonight because these were fantastic, other than their little brush issue. Hello, friends who are just joining us. All right. Got my toothbrush, got my files, I got my toothpick for now until it decides to pull whatever crap it's going to pull on me. Let's do it. Okay, so for our first dip, you guys know we are doing a full dip to build up that apex. So we're going to start in the middle of the nail. We're going to push all the way back without touching the skin, pull forward, and swoop those sides. And then we're going to go in for dip number 1. Hello, Phelan. It's so good to see you. Grab our toothpick that is soaking in our acetone. We're going to swipe those cuticle lines. And dip number 1 is in the books. Ooh, this is what we are doing today. This is the Pinterest inspired nails we're doing. I've been sitting on this saved pin for a while. I finally did it. I'm so happy. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. All right. Let's keep going. So again, friends, we're going to build up our apex. So I like the TikTok method. So our first dip is going to be full dip of the nail. So we're going to start that brush in the middle of the nail. We're going to push it back without touching the skin and then pull forward and swoop the sides. So that technique is very important. Number 1, for avoiding flooding the cuticle and avoiding getting anything on your skin. It's also going to help you get cleaner cuticle lines as well. And of course, the second trick to getting clean cuticle lines is your toothpick. So we're going to grab that toothpick and we're just going to swipe around the edges like so. And there we go. And then for the middle and the ring finger, we're going to do that neutral base. A-Right, I'm using tips tonight. Thank you, Heather, for answering the question. I appreciate you. I've basically given up that my nails may not be natural this summer because doing all of the yard work that I am doing is like impossible. So it just feels easier just to do. I am trying to grow them out, but we'll see what happens. But I did post my gardening adventures for you guys this weekend, and the nails held up pretty well, which was awesome. Granted, I wasn't doing anything all that aggressive other than moving my freaking rocks around, but you know. I was very impressed. I just am on the lookout for some really good gardening gloves because the ones I have were better than the other ones that I have, but still letting in a lot of dirt, which sucks. So, oh, Heather, I'm sorry to hear that. I feel like, again, that's one of those probably preference things. I like them because they're like that. I find they're really thin and natural and I don't have to buff them down too much, but I can see where you'd want something that's a little bit more rough. Not rough, tough. Tough is the word I'm looking for there. All right. Back to our yellow for our pinky finger, and we are almost done our first full dip. Hello, Karina. It's good to see you. All right. Ooh, that was a rough one. I missed my whole half of the nail. Well, I guess we'll have a teaching moment. So if this happens and your base didn't quite hit everywhere, don't worry about it. It's going to build up with the other colors anyway, so it's all good. All right, let's keep moving. Thank you, Karina. Yeah, so for those of you who are just joining, this is the look we're going for. Heather, that's fair. And I mean, some people have naturally more oily nails than others, so which makes it hard to like recommend good prep because sometimes people just have different situations they're dealing with. It's like me with full coverage tips because I know so many people love full coverage tips. I think they must be great, but they're not for me because I have flatter nail beds and I cannot get them to work very well for me. Like I was using the Kiss full coverage, they were okay, But for me and my natural shape of my nails, they don't work great. So sometimes with products, it's not that it's a bad or good product. It's a matter of just finding what works for your specific situation. Ah, Danielle, there we go. Hello, over to Alaska, Molly. Thank you, Amanda. And I guess on that note, where is everybody watching from tonight? I'm over in Ontario, Canada. We're enjoying very hot spring weather over here, which I'm not complaining about. But where is everybody else joining us from tonight? I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments. We've got Amanda from Philadelphia. Kristen just ordered the Dippy set. Amazing. Louisiana, Pennsylvania. We've got Southern Ohio, of course, Heather. Lower Michigan, not too far from me. I'm just across the border in Ontario. Paige from Alabama. Erica from Colorado. Ooh, it is 91. I don't know Fahrenheit very well because I'm Canadian, but I know 91 is hot. So, Ohio, New Jersey, Northern New Hampshire, West Virginia, Kentucky. I bet it's hot down in Kentucky. Oregon, amazing. Lots of American friends. I'm not seeing any fellow Canadians in the comments tonight. I'm just a lone Canadian, I guess. Atlanta, Georgia, of course, for Phelan. Amazing. Lots of American friends. How was everybody's Memorial Day weekend? I know you guys just had your long weekend this past weekend, so hopefully you guys had a good time. All right, friends, I'm going to go in with our second dip here. So for our second dip, we are building up that apex by doing just half the nail on this one. So we're going to start just below the halfway point, push to the halfway point, and pull down. And then you guys know I like to cap on this one, so I'm going to very lightly run the brush over the edge. And then dipperoo. Heather, did you work on your tan this weekend? Oh, Danielle, that sounds awesome. Always good lake weather. I wish. Our lakes are way too cold yet. I was hoping to get out on my paddleboard, but I have not been able to. It's just the lake's a little bit too chilly for me to risk it. But if it keeps up, I should be able to get out there in the next week or so. That works, Heather, that works. We'll call it a tan. Ooh, Mama Squishy. So definitely make sure that you're prepping, remove all those natural oils. Go check out my nail cleanser video. That has been the most reliable cleanser, just mixing acetone with alcohol to make sure you remove all the oils. The other thing is make sure you cap your edges to avoid any chips. So that'll help with longevity with your manicure for your cruise. Where are you cruising to? That sounds like a good time. Ooh, Daniel, that's nice. Kayaking is fun. Allie, you did not, and it's good to see you. I'm happy you're here. We're only on the second dip. Still plenty to see, including our little daisy nail art that we're going to have going on here shortly. Ooh, that sounds like a fun one. Getting all the fun hot spots. Doo-doo-doo. All right, cruising through the second dip. Switching over. So again, guys, you can see that I clearly missed a good section on that pinky finger. Not to worry, we're gonna get it on the next couple dips. So same thing, just start a little below the nail, move to halfway, pull down, and then we're just gonna make sure that we really get that bottom part so that we don't miss it again. And then we're just gonna cap those edges by running the brush really lightly over it. And there we go. And you can see we got nice coverage on that one, so we are all good to keep rocking. You would want to use a gel base instead of the dip liquid base if you're going to go the gel method route, and then do a top coat on the top. How long have I been doing dip powder? I've been doing my nails for just over 2 years now, which is crazy because I can't believe that it feels like I started not that long ago. Time flies, friends. It absolutely flies. All right, so to continue building that apex on this one, we're going to do a third dip, but going 3/4 of the way up the nail. So we're going to start in the middle. We're going to push back to that 3/4 mark and pull forward, and then we're just going to gently add a nice even thin layer to the bottom 3/4 of the nail. And I also like to cap the edges on this one as well by just lightly running the brush over the edge. And dip away, and then we're going to continue doing that on each finger. And then once we're all done dipping, we will activate, we will buff, and then we will top coat the yellows, and we will do some daisy nail art on the middle and ring finger. Oh, I'm tired. Okay, the words will come. The words will come. Oh, Heather, I believe in you. You got this. Just remember to apply it to a smooth surface and you'll be good. And lay your finger flat. That'll help. All right, and again, going 3/4 of the way, pulling down. Now, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was actually going to use... Ooh, we got lumps. It happens. We'll buff it out. It's all good. But just for the sake of clarity, in case this happens to you, the reason that happened is because I put on my liquid a little too thick, pushed the dip up. It happens. But we can buff it out, so it's all good. Now, as far as my base color for these flowers, I was actually going to use Mellow by Revel Nail because I thought it being kind of a creamy yellow base, it would look good, and it didn't. It looked really weird up against the darker yellow, so I had to basically like buff down the color and then apply this color over top. So I was doing my other hand like literally up into the second that I went live with you guys because I was rushing to get everything finished. So anyway, boo-boos were made, but we got through it. It runs the size. It sounds like you might be applying a little too much liquid, Coral. Heather, after you lay them down, do you press, like turn your finger over and then like press the glitter down? Allie, thank you for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Well, welcome to beginning on dip powder nails. Welcome to the addiction, as we like to call it over here. Getting way too many colors. I'm just kidding. You can't have too many colors. All right, third and final dip is in the bag. So next thing we're going to do is brush off all that excess powder. I like to use a toothbrush. I like the stiffer bristles. I find it does a good job of getting all that powder out of there. So we're just going to go around. I'm going to actually skip brushing that final finger off because I don't think it's dry yet. Now guys, for this fourth and final dip, I'm going to be dipping my entire nail again, which means I need to keep my toothpick handy, provided it doesn't run away from me or poke me in the back or do anything crazy like that. If you were here last week, you know. Because we got to clean out the cuticle area with it. So we're going to apply that base to the entire nail. So we're going to start halfway, and then we're going to push forward and pull back. And that is the best way to control how much liquid is on the nail, avoid flooding that cuticle area, and get nice cuticle lines. And then we're going to dip into the powder, tap off the excess, grab that toothpick, and we're going to swipe the cuticle area just to clean up those lines. Like so. Aubrey, thank you for following along. I appreciate it. Allie, I have always been very transparent about being a bad influence, so it is what it is. But did those 200 dips make you happy? That's the real question. Ah, man, we have fun. All right, so again, friends, starting that brush in the middle of the nail, then pushing it all the way back, pulling forward, swooping the sides, and then dipping. And then I'm actually gonna dip that final pinky as well, just so we can get done with the yellow. And then we'll finish off our neutral color. We are trucking along, my friends, just trucking along. There we go. All right, we are done with the yellow. I'm gonna put it away with the right lid. All right, and then let's do the final two dips on the neutral. Make sure you guys can still see. There we go. You guys can see those icky little lumps there, but that's okay because we're going to get rid of those in the next part. Coral, I kind of get them from all over. So the ones that I'm using tonight, this neutral color is from West Coast Dips, and the yellow is from Virgo and Gem. But I have a ton from like all over the place. And then I do 4 total dips, with one of the dips being half and one of the dips being 3/4. If you go over to my TikTok profile, I do have a step-by-step application tutorial pinned there, so you can see everything start to finish. What do you mean by just not work, Heather? Like, I've definitely had colors that are a super pain to work with that I'm like, I don't care how beautiful you are, I'm never doing you again. You're welcome, Coral. I hope that helps. All right, we are all done our dips, friends. So with that, we are going to put our dip powders aside. We are going to activate, we're going to buff, and then we're going to get into doing these little daisy nail arts when we're done. So first, let's get rid of all that excess powder. And we are going to activate, if I can find my activator. There it is, hiding on me. Yeah, Heather, were they pastel colors by any chance? Because pastel colors tend to be bad for like kind of the white, like color leaving, if that makes sense. So with colors like that, it's a good idea to encapsulate them in a clear powder at the end, and that'll help save the color. Usually when I dip pastel colors, I just automatically encapsulate in clear. So usually what I do is I do my 4 like normal dips that I do with the color, and then I do a 5th layer in just a clear dip. Oh, interesting, Heather. It could just be the same thing. I would, if I use that color, I would definitely try encapsulating it in clear and see if that helps. All right. I like to be a little extra with my activator some days, so I'm going to just apply a little more, especially because I got those lumps, so I want to make sure that they actually harden so I can buff them out. Lisa, absolutely. So I'm actually using tips right now. And when I first started dipping my nails, I've always bit my nails. Like, I've got 3 decades of biting my nails. So when I first started dipping, my nails were short, like up here short. And I just applied tips and dipped over that. You can, of course, just like dip on your natural nail, and the added strength will help your nails grow out. But yeah, you definitely can add tips if you want. All right, let's do the tap test. All right, I had a feeling these ones are going to take a little bit because they got that extra lumpy lump But I think these ones are good, so we'll start here. So I'm going to grab my curve file, and the first thing I'm going to do is just go around my cuticle area and blend that into the natural nail. And then I'm going to go down one side. You are welcome, Lisa. You definitely want to give them a try, but I mean, just know you're getting into the addiction. You need all the colors. Alright, and then once that looks good, looks like we got a high spot right here we got to get sorted. There we go. And then once that's good, I'm going to go around and just clean up my shape. It looks a little wonky today. I was on the phone with my aunt while I was doing this, and I think it got kind of I got distracted when I was shaping today, but that's okay, we can clean them up. Now friends, the one thing I will say about shaping, it's always good to just do a little on one side and a little on the other, so that way you don't like take way too much off one side and then have regrets. Alright, perfect, that's good. On to the next side. Same thing, we're just going to start by going around that cuticle area. Exactly, Allie, me and my husband have the same thing. He's got all of his tech stuff and tools and books, and I've got my nail stuff and a lot of plants. A whole lot of plants. It's good to let each other have your vices, you know? I think that's key to a healthy marriage. Alright, getting that shape down. Very excited to do the nail art, actually. I'm significantly less stressed than I used to be about doing nail art on these lives, which is a nice feeling. You guys give me so much confidence, and I appreciate that. Now, guys, you can see that I've got these lumps. I just want to make sure everybody can see, because this is a common problem. Again, this is just applying that base layer a little too thick, pushing into your powder, and that's why it's lumping up. So you guys can see that they're there. We're going to make them disappear. That's true, Danielle. That's how I used to justify it. Every time I buy new colors, I'm like, well, like realistically, I get, you know, 5 colors for one trip to get my nails done. So it made it easy to make them add up really fast. Oh, you guys are getting all the ASMR tonight, Allie. I got lumps in here. All right, so we're making progress on this first lumpy mess that I created. And you guys can hopefully see where the file's hitting and then not hitting. So ideally we want our entire nail to look like this as we're filing out all those bumpy spots. We are looking good. We can fix anything. Oh, sorry guys, my face is gone. One moment. I should be back in 3, 2, 1. Come on, camera. There we go. All right. We are almost fully buffed out. All those lumps are almost gone. This is great. See guys, you can buff anything. Perfect. It's like it never happened. I just need to fix my shape a little bit more this week because again, I don't know what I was doing. But I was on the phone chit-chatting, so that explains a lot. I'm like the queen of thinking I can multitask things, and not usually. Not usually. Alright. We're in good shape. Alright, let's get rid of this other lumpy mess. You guys can see that's a whole lot better. There's still a little bit left, but I'm going to get that out with my orange buffer at the end. Yeah, Danielle, that sounds about right. That's how it happened for me, too. When I first started dipping, I was like, I only need 10 colors. Like, who needs more than 10? It adds up so fast. Problem is that you see all the beautiful nail inspo that's out there and you're like, oh, I want my nails to look like that. And in order to make them look like that, you got to order like 3 more colors, and then you find another one and you're like, oh, I got to order 3 new colors for that. And it just really adds up. Oh, but Debbie, you're here and that's all that matters. I'm so happy you're here. I'm using Tundra Dip again, even. Danielle, I store mine mainly in the Alex stores by IKEA, but the Simply Tidy washi tape keeper is also fantastic if you've got less storage space or if you've got like a smaller collection you're trying to keep a hold of. Damn, I really did a number on those lumps. Oh, Debbie, this is what we're doing tonight. We got yellow and some daisies because I saw this on Pinterest and I was dying to try it, so we're finally trying it tonight. And I'm quite pleased with how this hand turned out. So we are almost done buffing, and then when we're done buffing, we're going to top coat the yellow, and then we're going to get into the gel nail art. I'm gonna have to do it up close in a second here, friends, because I'm blind as a bat and I cannot see. So I'll do my final at the end, but we'll finish our ASMR filing first. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Allie. Oh, I didn't realize, Allie. I would have showed it to you when you came in. Sorry. We're just about done our filing, and then we'll get into that design, which was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be, especially because I was rushing because I was late because of the whole base color issue that I ran into. Ah, yes. Well, feel free to ask anytime when you hop in, because I don't mind showing it. Sometimes I get so busy talking I forget, which I feel like we should all know about Kayla by now, you know? I'm a little chatty. All right, friends, I'm just gonna do my up close so I can see because I'm blind. Just want to fix my shape because again, I'm not, I don't know. Yeah, I was clearly distracted when I was on the phone shaping my tips today. Good grief. All right. But we fixed them though. That's the key. Okay. All right, I'm pleased with that. Cool. All right, so there we go. I'm just gonna do a very quick with my orange buffer, and then we're gonna top coat the yellow, and then we're gonna get into daisies. I am so impressed that you got all those swatches done, Allie. That is, that's a lot of legwork you've completed. Alright friends, so for those of you that remember those lumps and bumps that were on the middle and ring finger, you can see they're gone. We buffed those babies out, so we are in good shape. So, I forgot to leave my little brush with water. Good grief. Okay, so I'm going to activate and I'm going to top coat the yellow, and then I'm not going to do anything else with these two because we're going to do nail art on those. Hello, Brianna. It's good to see you. Okay, where is... You know what I don't have is my lint-free wipe either. Goodness. You'd think I'd be more prepared considering we do these every week, but here we are, just living, just hoping for the best as always. All right, so we're gonna apply our activator just to these nails. We're gonna skip our second activator on the middle and ring because we're gonna be doing gel on those. And then I'm going to wipe the excess and I'm gonna give it a couple minutes because I actually did cheat on my other hand. I didn't give it a full 5 minutes before I top coated. I just did my normal like swooshy after a couple minutes and it cured fine, so that was great. All right, let's get that ready. Now guys, for the nail art that we're gonna be doing tonight, I do have my Sun UV lamp. And then I'm also going to be using the Beetles gel liners to create the little daisies, so. Hello, Marissa. This is what we are doing today. You caught us just in time for top coat on the yellow and to see the nail art, so the fun part. All right, I'm impatient. I'm gonna go in with the top coat. So again, we're gonna do 3 very quick strokes for this. So just 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do a much neater job and cap our edges on this second one. And by capping the edge, we just mean, of course, running the brush very lightly over that free edge. There we go. All right, I'm gonna give that a couple minutes to dry. So to create these little daisies that we're gonna be doing, I've got my UV lamp, of course. I've also got my brushes. So we're gonna be using the dotting tool side, and then we're also gonna be using the brush side. So I've got them on my palette here. I'm just gonna re-up on my colors, so I've got them ready to go. I'm not gonna add more black because I don't really use that much for this. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is just add those little yellow dots on the side. Hopefully you guys can see those okay. And then I'm going to cure those, and then I'm gonna go in with the petals. So I'm gonna get my full cure lamp ready, and we're just gonna put that over here so it's ready to go. And then, like I said, we're just gonna do the yellow dots first. So I'm gonna take, which has yellow on it still. So I'm just gonna take a thicker dotting tool, and then, how did I place these? Oh yeah, so we're gonna take the yellow, and I'm just gonna make a dot right on the edge of the nail here, in a little circle. And then I'm going to do the same thing where we want the daisy up on this side, like so. Very easy. So we're just circling those on, and then I'm going to cure those, and then we'll get into the petals. Make sure I get all that off. Take my palette away from the UV light. I don't want that on there. These were actually surprisingly easy to do, friends. Like, I was really shocked I was able to pull it off of my non-dominant hand with the little black lines, but the little black lines actually like really make these flowers pop. So highly recommend adding those in. Dun, 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 dun. This is like ASMR nail art tonight. We're quiet in the chat. When things get quiet, I always like just start talking and acting weird because I don't know how to I don't know how to be in my silence. I'll just dance. It's fine. Thanks, Allie. Amanda, no, these are hand drawn actually. It's not a big deal or anything, but I did those bad boys myself. All right, I'm just waiting for those yellows. That should be good. Okay, so friends, the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do dots for the white. So I'm gonna do one finger at a time just to make this a little easier. So let me make sure you guys can see. So we've got our yellow center as kind of a starting point. And then we're gonna take our white, and we're just going to put dots kind of far away from each other. And then we're gonna turn these into the petals. So I've got the dots on there. Then I'm going to take just a brush, and we're not going to add any more gel liner. We're just going to pull from what we have and kind of make them into a V going towards the yellow center. Now I'm quiet because I gotta concentrate. Whew, okay, we're doing it. All right, you guys can still see okay, hopefully. Again, we're just pulling the white gel that is already on the nail. We're not adding any more. All right, so there is a close-up so you guys can see what we just did. I'm just gonna flash cure those so I don't bump them. Oh, Fancy Pants, hello, thank you. This is what we're doing tonight, by the way. Thanks, friends. You guys are the best at hyping me up, you know. I don't know what I'd do without you, really. I don't think I'd be doing this, I'll tell you that much. All right. So I'm just flash curing those, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing on this finger. So I'm gonna grab that thick dotting tool again, And we're just going to take our white and we're just going to do little dots around. You guys can see, yep. Okay. And then we're going to grab that brush again for the white and we're just going to pull it into the center. Yeah, you guys can see. Okay. So when you're pulling it into the center, you're kind of just making a V. So that way the petal tapers in nice and thin. Okay. Add just a little white piece here where there would theoretically be a petal. Like so. All right, so we're gonna do a full cure of that for 60 seconds and then we're gonna go in with those little black lines. Whew! Fancy pants. No, we've sailed well beyond a glitter accent nail, okay? We're going big time. Big time. I'm just kidding. What has happened is I started doing this very nervously and then week after week you guys pumped my gas so much that here we are. I'm just going for it and hoping for the best. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Somehow I pull this kind of stuff off and then I do a rose quartz nail and can't do that. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. But tonight I feel like I'm very proud of these. These turned out so much better than I could have imagined. So, all right. So we've got that nail curing, and then once that white is cured, we're going to go in and do those little black details. So to do the black details, we are going to use a very, very fine nail art brush. Hello, Jada, you're here. Thank you. Yeah, Fancy Pants, I agree. Like the black just makes it stand out because I feel like if you compare the two before I get in there, you can definitely see the difference with the two, and I feel like the black definitely makes a huge difference. Marissa, the colors. So the yellow is Off the Gold Coast by Virgo and Gem. The neutral base is Castle of the Woods by West Coast Dips. And then I'm using the Beatles gel liners that I love so much for the nail art. All right, so then the thing with the black is we're just going to keep everything as light on the brush as possible. So I'm going to very lightly tap things in and kind of brush a lot of it off so we don't have too much on the brush. And I'm going to do a couple little dippy dots on the center, nothing too crazy. Just very light. This is like a really subtle detail. I don't even know if you guys can really see it with the light, but it's there. So we're just dabbing the middle to give that center some character. And then again, we're gonna like run the brush through the black, but we're also going to wipe quite a bit of it off because we don't want too much on the brush because we would just want to do really light detail lines. And then we're just gonna kind of like brush these lightly on. And I'm doing 2 lines per petal. Get some old black on there. I like that one went kind of crazy. I don't love how that turned out. Give me a second. I'm going to wipe that off. I don't like that. I don't like it. That's a nice part about gel nail art, is that you can wipe it off if you don't love what you just did. Like so. Let's try again. Okay. I still feel like it doesn't look right. I'm gonna start that over. I don't like anything about this. One moment, friends. All right, let's start it over. I feel like the lines just look too thick. Okay, let's do those little dippy dots in the middle again, because those were cute. And then we'll very lightly, maybe I just had too much on the brush. Sorry, I keep thinking that there's like an error showing up on my thing. There we go. Yeah, I had too much paint on my nail still. Pro tip when you guys are repeating this yourselves. Okay, I'm gonna go flash cure those really quick. Amanda, I think that you could. You just need a little practice, I promise. Yeah, Marissa, I'm basically doing like a V, so like pulling it, but again, use very little gel liner on there because I think I had too much the first time. That's why it wasn't like, it just looked like I was marking up the petals rather than putting detail lines. Yeah, Fancy Pets, exactly. There's so much pressure now. I'm gonna be like heavy breathing. Thank goodness my mic is far away so you guys can't hear me. All right, let's do this. Final nail, and then we'll top coat these. So I'm running it through the black, but I'm not doing too much. And you guys can see, perfect. Okay, we're just going to do very light little lines. All right, and there we go. So there's the final look. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm just gonna throw that in for a full cure, and then I'm gonna top coat those. And I'm gonna top coat them with my Young Nails stain resistant top coat, and then we're all done. Whew. Well, I'm glad that you guys are also sweating, because I was just like, okay, you gotta do this on camera, Kayla. You gotta get it together. Ah, amazing. All right. So full cure, top coat, and then we're done. Guys, I like, again, this is Pinterest inspiration. I literally ripped this look off of Pinterest. I don't know who to give credit to because it was just all over Pinterest. But yeah, I sat on this pin for a while really wanting to try this manicure, so I'm so happy I'm finally doing it. Thank you, Marissa. I appreciate that. Just waiting for our nail art to cure, friends, and then we'll put that top coat on. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Zoe, for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Ah, 60 seconds in the cure lamp feels so long. I'm so impatient. Marissa, thank you for liking. I appreciate it. If anybody else feels like giving their thumb a little workout, you know, just it helps to double tap the screen. Shameless plugs. That's what that is. All right, we should be just about good. I don't want to take it out too soon. We gotta get a full cure going. Come on. I think I set this to 6 seconds. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let's go in with top coat. So again, we're using the stain resistant gel top coat from Young Nails. So we're gonna make sure that we cap our edges, which seems key to avoid chipping when we don't use base coat. So we're gonna start in the middle of the nail. I got a lot on there. Start in the middle of the nail, push back towards the skin, pull forward, swoop the sides. And we're going to cap the edges just by running the brush very, very lightly along that free edge. And then do the exact same thing on the ring finger. There we go. So I'm going to pop that in for a full cure, and then we're done. Whew, we're sweating today. Oh, thank you, friends. You guys are the best encouragement I could ever ask for, honestly. I am so happy I got to do this look. I can't even tell you how long I've been sitting on it, waiting to get a chance to do it, and today was the day. And the fact that I got to share it with you guys was fun. So thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Just gonna wait for these to cure, and then we're all done for the night. Bum, bum, bum. And then I gotta go do some yoga tonight because I have been crouched down in the garden, and I can tell my age because my hip flexors are so sore and tight, I think from being like in that crouch position. So I'm really hoping yoga is going to sort them out tonight. Karen, thank you for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Just waiting to cure, and then I will show you guys. Oh, we're done. There it is, friends. There is the final look. I'm in love. Love, love, love. I gotta get some cuticle oil. That's what I need. So one moment while I grab my cuticle oil, and we'll finish these up. Wipe them with alcohol probably just to clean them. Like so. Grab my favorite cuticle oil. If I can find it. Why can't I find my things? There it is. Okay. We're using pineapple again tonight, friends. So we've got our Onyx Nail Pro cuticle oil. Oh no, Kristen, I hope everything turned out okay. Oh, Allie, yes, let me know how it goes. You're definitely going to need to post that on your Instagram. All right, friends, I'm just applying cuticle oil to all my nails to finish this manicure off. We'll massage it in. And then we'll do a little reveal without dry cuticles. This, I keep saying like this might be my favorite mani, but for real though, like I am so happy with this and how that turned out. There we go, friends. Hopefully that is like, is that an okay view? Does that work? Okay. I believe in you, Allie. I have full faith you are going to rock it. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that. Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Jana. Yeah, I like, oh man. I swear, these are not hard. Guys, the key to nail art that I have learned, it's the dotting tool. It's the dotting tool and then using the brush. Anytime you can use a dotting tool and then use a brush to guide the gel so you don't have to add a whole bunch is key. So, dotting tools will be your best friend. Oh, my face is gone. 1 second. Come back in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So just a little recap on the products we used tonight. So it was Off to the Gold Coast by Virgo and Gem for this yellow. My neutral color is Castle of the Woods by West Coast Dips. Your neutral color is going to vary depending on your skin tone. What works neutral for me might not work for you depending. But if you have a similar kind of skin tone as me, Castle of the Woods by West Coast Dips is amazing. It took me a long time to find like the right neutral. This is it. So I use that, and then I use Beetle's gel liners for the nail art. So that is the final look for this evening. Thank you, friends, for joining. As always, I appreciate it. I'm trying to think of what I got coming up. So I did a review video of the Tender Dip liquids, which I do like. My only complaint is just that rogue brush on the base. But other than that, these liquids are fantastic. I spent all weekend in the garden just absolutely abusing my nails, and they stood up. I was really, really impressed with them. So I will be posting that review tomorrow. I meant to post it yesterday, but life got crazy. So it's coming up tomorrow. I will post the replay over on YouTube. So if you guys want to see any aspect of this, it'll be over on YouTube. And of course, if you want to be alerted every single time I go live, or if you want to get the Monday polished post, which is just a recap of all the nail tutorials and inspo that I've posted for the week, go over to my TikTok profile, click the link, scroll down, you'll see a place where you can put your email in, and I'll email you all of those wonderful nail things. So that's about all, I think. Awesome, friends. Well, thank you guys for joining me. It was a pleasure as always. We'll be live again next Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, sign up for those email alerts. I send them out usually an hour ahead of time just to give you a heads up before I go live. And then I do try to plan ahead, you know, what my manicures are. So usually I do let you know what the manicure will be in those emails as well. So with that said, I wish everybody a very good evening, a great rest of your week, an awesome weekend. I hope everyone else is in line for some amazing weather. I know here in Ontario, it looks like it's going to be a good weekend, other than Friday's supposed to be a little dicey, but Saturday, Sunday are supposed to be beautiful. So yes, Jana, I definitely will. Awesome, friends. Well, you guys have a great rest of your week. Like I said, if you're not already on that email list, go sign up now. And other than that, I will see you next Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great rest of your week and weekend, friends. I will see you then.